as the Orioles win this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.
Yeah, going crazy on the daily. I don't see a reason why the I should stop now. Thought I was at the bottom. How you think I feel on top now? How you think I feel? Magnificent. Universe wrote my song, I'm just ad-libbing it. I don't gotta say too much. I don't gotta say too much. I don't gotta say too much. Nah, I don't gotta say too much. I don't gotta say too much. Yeah. Big poppin', I realize I'm the gift, so this year I ain't going Christmas shopping. I've been hearing ching off and the smooth slick Rick talking. Burnt out, 50 million for the catalog I turned down. I'm making money every second, you should learn how. These puppies barking out of war for what I turn around, swinging like the first round, even in the 12. Got myself rich, took the fan with me. Always the reality would turn into my fantasy. Want a chance with me, so she holler in the man city. Baby, no humanity, now you can't get it. Going crazy on the daily. I don't see a reason why the I should stop now. Thought I was at the bottom. How you think I feel on top now? How you think I feel? Magnificent. Universe wrote my song, I'm just ad-libbing it. I don't gotta say too much. I don't gotta say too much. I don't gotta say too much. Nah, I don't gotta say too much. I don't gotta say too much. Let me talk to you. I ain't trying to do too much. I'm trying to say top things, yeah. Say some you up, I don't need distractions, yeah. Connected, I'm obsessed with manifesting. Guess list, I'm only worried about my checklist. Probably spend 6 on my family's expenses. Money made the memory, so I do not regret. Feeling like I'm God's best investment.
Hey, we about to take it up.
Here in Miami, Lone Depot Park, Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Baltimore Orioles taking on the Miami Marlins.
It's a facelift. Take another one. Don't chase it.
With Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Well, Siggy, today we get the pleasure of seeing one of the hottest bats in baseball. His consistency at the plate has been remarkable.
Yeah, Boog, one of the toughest outs in the league right now. Sit back and relax because this guy's about to put on a show.
Around here, baby, I'm the big boss.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Starting on the mound in this one, Max Meyer. But, Chris, he hasn't exactly been stellar here on his home mound. All right, ready to go here. Jackson Holliday digs in now. Liner caught it second. One pitch and one out. All right, let's take a look at the Orioles lineup now. These guys can really pile up the runs, Chris. They're among the top teams in scoring this year.
Yeah, and when you can get a lead and be out in front, it really changes what that opposing manager can do with his bullpen. And on top of that, it helps your own pitching staff. It gives them more margin for error. So instead of guys squeezing the ball, trying to throw darts and be perfect, they can relax, let the ball come out of their hands and pitch effectively. So that offense and the ability to score runs also helps the pitching and the defense.
Slider, low inside.
To the right side. Oh, what a stop. From his knees, the throw. And they get the out.
Nice diving stop right there. Gets the out. Great reactions. Excellent job of finishing the play with a nice, easy throw.
2 outs, base is empty. The polar bear, as he was dubbed by his former teammate, Todd Frazier.
Slider, middle outside.
There's a swing and a miss.
This guy's not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone. Throw something maybe down in the dirt.
Alonso started after it, tried to hold up. Now a look to first. Nope, he held back.
Slider, low inside.
2 down, nobody on. Fights it off, he'll see another.
Slider, low outside.
A swing and a miss as he chases way out of the zone. Ramirez down to first. That completes the strikeout, and that'll do it. Middle of the first. No score after a half inning. back here in Miami. And getting to start for Baltimore, Shane Baz. And Singy, we were talking earlier about how he's doing a great job navigating through tough spots. Digging in, Xavier Edwards. Here's the 0-1. Rips one to left. That's a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
He was all over that one. Pretty good changeup on the outside corner, but he did exactly what you're supposed to do with that pitch. See it deep and keep your hands inside it to drive it the other way.
So up next, Kyle Stowers. Entered the day with the best batting average in the National League. Baz checks over to first, and he's back. On the ground, right side. Throws to Henderson. A sensational double play.
Batting third.
Base is empty after the double play. Jacob Marcy, the next to hit. Hitless of the first 2 games of the series. He's 0 for 8. And he grounds one to the right side. Holiday. That ends the inning. On now to the top half of inning number 2. So now the Orioles cleanup hitter, Taylor Ward.
Ball, that's off the plate.
Ward getting to start in left.
Sinker.
Batting in the cleanup spot. He's been on a terrific run at the plate. Hitting over 350 in his last 10. Oh, great stop. Nicely done for the out. Jeremiah Jackson, the next to hit for the Orioles. Foul ball. Meyer, a guy that really fills up the strike zone. Rarely walks people. The downside is the home run ball more likely in play.
Well, pitchers like this usually work down in the zone a lot, but these days, with all the uppercut swings most hitters are taking to elevate the ball, pitchers almost have to be effective up in the zone with hard stuff. So maybe that's one area he can improve in his game to try to combat that long ball.
As a hitter, does knowing that this guy's going to be in the zone, does that make you more aggressive?
Kind of, but you still have to stay on that backside. You've got to make sure you get pitch recognition and let your hands work.
Next one misses. Full count now. Did you ever really need a cue to be more aggressive?
No, I never did, especially when it comes to messing with you.
Wow. And that's ball 4. And that's how they get their first base runner of the game.
Four-seam fastball.
So next to hit for Baltimore, Colton Cowser, one of the stars in the win yesterday, as he had 3 hits.
Sweeper. Middle inside.
And that one almost hit him.
Slider.
No score here in the second.
Outside.
That's a bullet, but it goes foul.
Four-seam fastball. Low outside.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
Circle change. Low outside.
Ball 2.
This one kicks away a little as he can't squeeze it.
Circle
Man
change.
at first, one away.
Low middle.
That one
That's
just
ball
misses, and the count's full.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Goes down looking.
Oh, man, just locked him up with that slider, even though it caught a lot of the zone. And I think that tells you all you need to know about what he was looking for in the box, and it clearly was not that pitch.
Slider. Middle inside.
Now a chance for Jordan Westberg. Off the catcher and rolls away. No advance, though.
Slider. Low middle.
This one in the air, center field. Marcy gets under it. And that is that. Now to the bottom of the second. We're tied, 0-0. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now for the Marlins, Agustin Ramirez. That one fouled off. Swings through that.
Just a bit late on that 0-1 breaking ball. 0-2 hole now. He's going to have to shorten up, tighten things up if he's going to have a good at bat.
Keeps the at bat going with a foul ball. One, two now. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Fouls it back with 2 strikes.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
That's ball 2.
Off the
Ball
mark
3.
there. Ball 3. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
Now at the plate, Connor Norby. Close, but called a ball. Ball 1. This one in the air, right field. And there's one down. One out, man at first. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Otto Lopez.
Definitely scuffling at the dish lately. Just one hit in his last 5 games.
Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. Eric Summersgill, our plate umpire.
One thing to watch out for, Boog, is what side of the plate Summersgill might be favoring. He usually sets up at an angle. Pitchers sometimes will try to figure that out.
Meanwhile, this pitch gets away, and the runner stays where he is. That one close, ruled a ball. Ball 3. So a walk puts runners at first and second.
So here we go again with the walks. It's been a real struggle finding the zone for him in the past. Now, even if they get out of this jam, these walks add pressure and stress to the entire team.
Christopher Morel swings through it for strike 1. And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball. Block it if you have to as far as just a late swing.
Swings and misses, struck him out. Went back to the knuckle curve, and it was a good idea. 2 aboard, 2 outs. Graham Pauley getting ready to hit. And that one fouled off. Strike 2, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run. Good job to fight that one off.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
2 on, 2 outs. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. And that one inside, and it hit him.
Batting 9, the third baseman, number 8.
Now, Javier Sanoja.
Not getting the results he's wanted at the plate recently. Only 2 hits over the last 5 games.
And that one fouled off. The 0-1. That's a strike, and he inches closer to getting out of the jam. Batter challenges in a very big spot, and it was a strike. The call will stand. So they've only got 1 challenge left now. Battling here as he fouls it away. The Fish with a chance to score first. Bottom half of inning number 2.
Ball one.
Skips in, and excellent work to corral that one. Could have been dangerous. The 1-2. Now a pop-up on the infield. Westberg under it. And that is the third out of the inning. We'll move to the third. Welcome back and take a look at some hot hitting in this series as we check out the numbers. Leody Taveras leading things off and takes a strike. Out towards right center field. Morel settles under this one. One down.
Batting ninth, the catcher, Samuel Basallo.
And now the catcher comes up to hit. Samuel Basallo.
Slayer, middle outside.
This guy is just filling up the strike zone right now. Don't want to get yourself in an 0-2 hole. You better be ready to pull the trigger on the first pitch.
Up the middle, into the outfield, base hit. And now the lineup turns over with one away.
I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front.
There's one. Double play. What a clean killing to end the inning. No run. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far.
Ball, that's just out.
In the air, right field. One up, one down. Kyle Stowers, the next up for the Marlins.
Yeah, the biggest storyline coming in was just how hot he's been. Haven't seen it yet today, but it's still early, Boog.
Nobody in his team has scored more runs than he has this season, Singy. Sliced hard but foul. The 1-1 is fouled off. Still tied at 0. Last of the third.
Ball, that's inside.
That misses the zone. And now 3-2. Got him swinging. 2 down. And now the center fielder, Jacob Marcy. He's 0 for 1.
Ball one.
He swings and hits a fly ball center field. That one gets down for a hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Up next for the
Next to
Marlins,
hit, Agustin Ramirez. Walked his first time.
Ramirez.
In the dirt, blocked. And there's a foul ball. Marcy off of first with 2 away. Swing and a miss at a slider.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. Got him. Inning over on the strikeout. So 1 hit is all they get. On to inning number 4. No score. Back here. Lone Depot Park. Stepping in, Gunnar Henderson.
Middle outside.
Over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. You're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound. You know, these Orioles, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases that are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to.
Throw short, hops him at first. Can't come up with it. He's safe.
The first baseman, number 25.
Well, we're going to see throwing errors from third base from time to time, and that's a pretty good example of why. If you don't get behind the throw properly, it's really easy to throw a power sinker over there to first. And first baseman, I'm sure he wants another shot at that pick, try to bail out his teammate, but that was just a tough one to come up with.
So now Pete Alonso at the plate. Alonso, former second-round pick out of the University of Florida.
Low inside.
Nope, that's off the plate. Ball 2.
Fastball. Low inside.
That one is absolutely belted. That's down. One hops off the wall. Runner around third. He will score, and the Orioles take the lead.
But when you fall behind in the count, you've got to come into the zone, and then guys have a better chance of hitting the ball hard like he did right there.
Line drive to short and caught. One pitch and one out.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Slider. Low middle.
Man at second. On the ground. Throws to first in time.
Oh, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Kowser in the box now. Takes strike one.
Low outside.
Ball.
In the dirt.
Slider.
Runner at second, 2 down. Top half of inning number 4. To the right side. Edwards gets it to first. They limit the damage here. The O's add 1 on an RBI double. It's now bottom of the inning, and now here's the Marlins DH, Connor Norby. High fly ball lifted in the air, right field. Taveras towards the line, looking up, makes a one-handed catch. One pitch and one out. So digging in, Otto Lopez worked a walk in his first trip to the plate. That is upstairs for ball 1. In the air, left field. And makes the grab. And there's 2 down. Christopher Morel, the next up for the Marlins. His first at-bat was a strikeout.
Christopher Morel.
Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. Ranging back. On his toes, pulls it back over the wall. 3 up, 3 down for him there. On to the top of the 5th. Back at the ballpark. And in this series, it has been ugly on the mound as we look at the numbers. And that one hammered. Banks off the wall. And a good start to the inning.
Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Taveras, the next to hit, takes outside. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. 2 of the most potent offenses in the game squaring off. This one in the air, center field. 1 away. And here's the catcher, Samuel Basallo.
Aye.
Slider. Middle inside.
Inside, just missed.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
It's through for a hit. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with 1 gone. So back to the top of the Orioles lineup. Jackson Holliday will hit next.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Ball inside.
Circle change. Low inside. Sinker. Low outside.
2 on, 1 out. Hit slowly on the ground. Edwards. The flip. Here's 1. And that's all they'll get.
Well, that's great hustle out of the box to get down the line, knowing that a double play will end the inning. Good job at the finish, reaching out for the bag. Now they got runners on the corners and still an opportunity to pick up some runs.
The 0-1. That's a strike, and he inches closer to getting out of the jam. And this one gets away and can't squeeze it. But no advance from the runners.
4-seam fastball. High inside.
2 on, 2 outs. High fly ball out towards left field. Way back there, it's got a chance. Grabs it right up against the wall.
Oh, man, amazing catch to end the inning. As a former outfielder, I'm feeling proud right now. Saw the wall, didn't get afraid, held on to the ball.
Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the start. Performed up to this point. And fouled off. Now the 0-1. Slapped hard the other way, but foul. The 0-2. And that's through the swing. It's a strikeout. On to first. Gets him. 1 away on a drop third strike. And now, Javier Sanoja. 0 for 1 so far. Sanoja, in his second season, 23 years old. And he was born in Venezuela. Got him to chase one upstairs there.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's got good numbers swinging at pitches in that location.
Next offering is downstairs.
Ball, that's outside.
The Marlins trailing by a run. Last half of inning number 5. And that's outside. And the count is filled up. This one popped up. Alonso has a beat on it. And there's 2 down. Back to the top of the Miami order. Xavier Edwards digs in now. 1 for 2.
Just missed with that backdoor breaking ball. If he gets a swing and miss or called strike, 0-2 count. Instead, it's 1-1. Look for him to go back to that pitch later in this at bat.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. This looks like extra bases.
Well, here we are, third time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
Now it's going to be Kyle Stowers. Man on second, 2 down. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
Ball one.
And a foul ball. He stays alive. Man at second. High fly ball right field. Taveras on his way over. And that's the third out. Welcome back. It's been a great game, so let's take another look at the most important moment so far. And now, Pete Alonso.
He's been very consistent with his command out there on the mound, consistently throwing at the knees. Pretty impressive when a guy can repeat his delivery like this.
Close one, doesn't get the call. And that's ball one.
Low outside. Slider. Low outside.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike. But so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last two pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
Challenge from behind the dish here. And on further review, it was a strike. They'll keep their remaining challenge.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
Good eye right there.
Four-seam fastball. Low outside.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
Slider. Low outside.
Here's a chopper to short. Throw to first in time. Now the left fielder, Taylor Ward, cruising on the mound right now, but a dangerous hitter here in this spot. A guy with some slug to him.
Tonight, his slider has been really impressive. I mean, tight spin. Seems like the hitters aren't picking it up out of the hand.
That one back up the middle, and it gets through. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single. Now here's the Orioles DH, Jeremiah Jackson.
Four-seam fastball. High inside. Slider. Low outside. Slider. Low outside.
The 0-2. Ball. Little trouble with this one behind the plate.
Slider. Low outside.
The 1-2. Now it bounces away. Can't squeeze it. And the runner holds.
Well, that slider down and away, it's just kind of a slow death. With two strikes you're looking to protect, and halfway to the plate, you know you...
Here comes the skipper out of the... Calvin Fauché gets the ball now.
Well, he's had trouble at times keeping the ball in the park this season. Something to keep in mind here.
Cowser up for the third time here. Watches that one miss.
Ball two.
Cutter. High middle.
Out towards right center field. Morel should have this one. And that is that. One left for the Orioles, but they still lead it 1-0. Back now for the bottom of the sixth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound. Dietrich Enns.
Well, he's been a really tough guy to take deep this season. You usually have to string some hits together in order to get to him.
Marcy in the box for the third time today as he takes that one off the plate. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Ryan Helsley, a right-hander with big strikeout stuff, is getting it fired up. Kittredge getting loose as well. And that one is lifted in the air. Cowser gets under it. And there's one away.
Up next for the Marlins,
Agustin Ramirez, the next to hit. He's 0 for 1. Check swing, and he went. And it's 0-2. Got him swinging for the K. The high heat, too much on that one. Now here's the Marlins DH, Connor Norby.
Designated hitter, Connor Norby.
Ball.
And Chris, his home run numbers this season are good enough to rank him in the top 10 in the league.
Well, they've kept him pretty quiet in this series. Still doesn't have a knock. I know you want to get that first knock out of the way. Maybe more will come, but you got to give some credit to the pitching staff. They've had a great plan against him.
Base hit center field. And the tying run is on base.
Well, the last 10 games or so have been anything but fun at the plate for him, so that one has to feel good. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
Lopez in the box as he fouls off the first pitch.
Ball, that's low.
Missed
Ball,
with a
that's out.
changeup, and it's 2-1. Step off, throw to first. Norby back on a dive. Swing and a miss. It's 2-2. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. No runs. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. And a foul ball.
Curveball. Low outside.
This one chopped on the ground, but foul.
Four-seam fastball. High inside.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
With that kind of velocity, an elevated fastball, even if it's still in the strike zone, can be tough for hitters to get on top
Middle
of.
outside.
Here's Leody Taveras. Taveras in the box here and fouls it off for strike one.
Sweeper. Middle outside.
Bunting for a hit. And that's just foul.
Low inside.
Tried to hold up on the 0-2. Now a look down to third. He went around, according to Carl Dixon. Here's the catcher, Samuel Basallo. He's 2 for 2.
Middle. Cutter. High middle.
Inside.
No,
Ball
inside.
1.
Sweeper. Middle outside.
That's a
Ball
ball.
2.
Tried the sweeper.
Curveball. Low middle.
Out in front with the swing, and that is strike
Sweeper.
1.
Middle
2
inside.
down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. And that's
Ball,
off
that's inside.
the inside edge.
Low
3-1. Next offering is fouled back.
Sinker. Middle outside.
Payoff pitch. Draws the walk there.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line
Sweeper.
or into the
Middle
gap
inside.
will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is if you are the offensive side of it.
Middle inside.
Holiday in the box now. No balls and a strike.
Inside, ball one.
Cutter. Middle inside.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Basallo off of first with 2 away. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. They get the force out, number 3. And the Orioles. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Ryan Helsley.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect the tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Nope, outside.
Gets him to chase after that one. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. When you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
Looking to get the tying run on base. Sliced hard, but foul down the left side. Fouled off. He was late.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
The 2-2 now. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. The Orioles trying to hold a 1-run lead here at the bottom of the 7th. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. That one missed. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first 2 batters he's faced in this one, getting straight to work. Man, it's talked about a lot, but relievers are just so electric these days. These aren't fun at bats if you're a hitter. I'm so glad I'm retired.
Two down, nobody on. That one sizzling on its way through to the outfield. And that puts the tying run on base. Here comes the manager out of the dugout. So back to the top of the order. Xavier Edwards gets a chance to hit here. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. Back here in Miami, we're at the top of the 8th. Gunnar Henderson now at the plate. Just missed.
Cutter. High outside.
Next offering is fouled back.
Cutter. Low outside.
Ripped to short. Throws to first in time. Here's Pete Alonso.
Middle outside.
Ball, that's outside.
Curveball. Low middle.
So 2 balls and no strikes.
He's clearly trying to work him away here. Both pitches off the plate. If you really want to put the ball in play, you're going to have to stay back and drive it to the opposite field.
High inside.
Here's a 3-0. Right through there for a strike.
Cutter. High inside.
Hot shot to third. Throw to first in time. Taylor Ward, the next to hit for the Orioles. 1. For 3. A new arm into the game, the righty, Lake Bacher. He's into the game with the bases empty. Foul ball there.
Sweeper. Middle outside.
0-1. Oh, he gloves it. Throws from the seat of his pants. Takes it himself, and he got him. Nicely done at first for the out.
First, it looks like making the stop is the hardest part, but feeding to the pitcher on the move, I think even tougher. Great job of hitting that moving target. They're going to be fired.
Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Keegan Aiken.
Well, he's a big-time strikeout guy out there. This season, averaging more than 1 per inning.
Stowers, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. Fastball for a strike.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
That's off the mark, and that's ball 3.
That's a really good take.
Fights it off. He'll see another. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Pretty big strikeout right there to start this 8th inning. Down 1. Any leadoff base runner really makes this inning a bit more interesting. But now this offense has to switch from possibly trying to manufacture a run to needing to run into something or just try to string multiple hits together to get a run across the plate.
Gets the call, and the count 1-1. Didn't seem like that one found the zone. Here's a challenge. And after review, it was a ball. Good eye. So they get to hang on to their second challenge. Good hitters count the 2-0. Dives, but it's off his glove. Gets it there in time, though, and they get it out of the play. Here's the catcher, Agustin Ramirez. A walk and a pair of strikeouts. That one fouled off. That's in there at the knees, and it's strike 2.
No signs of wavering on the mound here in the 8th. He's looking rock solid so far.
Foul ball still 0-2. 2 down, nobody on. Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his back down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
We're always having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Went back to the fastball, and it was all set to start the 9th in this one. Here's the designated hitter for the Orioles, Jeremiah Jackson.
Four-seam fastball. High inside.
Here comes the 0-1. There's the strike. 95 of that one.
Low inside.
Swing and a ground ball, and it's through for a hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Up next,
here's the center fielder, Colton Cowser.
That's a ball.
Sweeper. Middle outside. Slider. Middle inside.
And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
Talk about tying a guy up. That was ugly.
One-run game here in the top of the 9th. Swung on, belted. Carrying well. And gone! He sends one out the opposite way. It's his 6th home run of the season, and they add on. It's 3-0.
And that shot makes their grip on the lead even tighter. His bat looks like it's in the zone for such a long time, and that gives him the ability to get barrel on it and hit the ball out to any part of the park.
Westberg stands in now and watches strike one.
Ball one.
It can be tough to bounce back after a big home run, but nobody on, nobody out. You just have to treat it as a fresh inning.
Oh, he doesn't get the call. 2 balls and a strike. A little out front there as he swings through it. And that just misses.
4-seam fastball. High outside.
Got him swinging. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth.
4-seam fastball.
Leody Taveras will hit next. That pitch gets the corner. That's strike one. Taveras wants another look at the called strike. It's a challenge. Barely a hair out of the zone, but it was a ball. So they've still got both their challenges. There's a strike.
4-seam fastball. Middle inside.
Fastball for a strike.
4-seam fastball. High outside.
Foul ball still a 1-2 count.
4-seam fastball. Low outside.
Stays alive.
4-seam
2 runs across in the inning. Here at the top of the ninth.
That's ball 2.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees, and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
Slings to first in time. And now the catcher comes up to him. Samuel Vasallo. Close, but called a ball. Ball 1.
4-seam fastball. High outside.
Swing and a high fly ball hit the air left center field. This one's got a chance. Out of here! A solo shot. It's their second home run of the inning, and they tack on to their lead. It's 4-0.
That's a swing that'll boost the win probability for sure.
Back to the top of the order now. Here's the second baseman, Jackson Holliday. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. It falls in, and that's a knock. So he gets on base and keeps it going. Gunnar Henderson digs in now. That one finds the corner, and that's strike one.
Middle inside.
This has been a rough inning, but sometimes you just got to work through it, save the rest of that bullpen, somehow stop the bleeding.
And that one fouled off.
4-seam fastball. Middle outside.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another.
4-seam
Holliday, the runner at first with 2 gone. This one in the air center field. And that is that. But 2 back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the ninth. Cade Povich.
Coming on to face a righty here, and he's been fantastic against him this year. His numbers in those matchups are very good.
Toss to Alonso. 1 pitch and 1 out. Now it's the shortstop, Otto Lopez. That one misses, and that's ball 1. 1 down, base is empty here in the ninth. To third. Toss to Alonso, and the Marlins with just 1 out left. Christopher Morel, the next up for the Marlins. Swinging a foul straight back. 2 down, nobody on. They're down to their final strike.
Well, as good as things can be, it can be a tough day at the office, even for the skippers. Seeing the offense just sputter, not able to get anything going.
And he's got it. Ball game. And the Orioles come in here and finish off a 3-game sweep.
Well, this was a total team effort, using 6 pitchers in this ball game to get the win. Outstanding job of passing the baton, the next pitcher stepping up and getting it done. You got to give them a lot of credit because this is not easy to do. We'll see how it affects them over the next couple of days.
We saw the northern lights today. It's been a long time coming, and I thought I wouldn't know what to say. A fleeting moment in the sky pales in comparison to your eyes. They shine the brightest blue I've ever seen and guide me to a better peace of mind. I can't believe that you came back. I saw your distant light across the ocean again. I thought it was a sign that I was close to the end. Fading fireworks with your name across the night sky. Out on the open ocean, I'll never let you go again. I followed your footsteps through the dark. The colors shape an amazing display, but aurora's not as bright as your smile beneath the light of distant stars. The faintest traces that Jay left to painting, memorized that I kept. Forget the nights that I spent thinking that I can never believe in something cynical till I'm dead. I'm overcritical in my head. One look inside of your eyes and it's like 22 on Long Island. I can see a light and it's shining again. I saw your distant light across the ocean again. I thought it was a sign that I was close to the end. Fading fireworks with your name across the night sky. Out on the open ocean, I'll never let you go again. I can't go back this time. Like boats against the current, born back into the past. I still chase that green light. I swear the color's different, but I'll never let you go again. But I'll never let you go again. But I'll never let you go again.
From inside Lone Depot Park in Miami, Florida, the show brings you a matchup of division rivals. It's the Washington Nationals taking on the Miami Marlins. John Shelby and Chris Singleton with you. Biggest story coming into this one is what he's been able to do at the plate recently. Absolutely on fire, Siggy.
Yeah, he's been terrific, Boog. Has really made this a dangerous team.
First pitch. And getting the start for Miami, Anthony Bender. Chris, what should we keep an eye on here with him? All right, first pitch coming up. Here's C.J. Abrams to hit. And we are underway. Game one of the series.
Low middle, sinker, low middle.
High fly ball down the left field line. Ranging back. Bangs off the wall. And it's a double to start the game.
Everything came together for him. Anytime you smoke a ball
Sinker.
off the wall, you kind of think
inside.
about what it could have been, but obviously you have to be happy with that result.
James Wood in the box
Low
now.
inside.
Take strike one. Chopped left side. Sanoha slinging it to first in time.
Batting third.
As we take a look at the Nationals lineup. So now with one away and a man at second. And now it's Luis Garcia. That one ripped but foul.
He's a bad ball hitter, so even if you get him to chase pitches outside the zone, he still might beat you. Not an easy out by any means.
Sweeper.
Lone Depot Park just underway here. In the dirt.
Slider. Low inside.
Man at second. That's down and in. A slider missed.
Sweeper. Low outside.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He will score and they take the lead. It's an RBI single.
Sweeper.
1-0.
Low middle.
Now it's the DH, Dalen Lyle. Ball.
Circle change. Low middle.
That's a bullet, but it goes foul.
Sinker. Low outside.
And a 1-1. Lead runner holds at third, so 2 runners in scoring position and just 1. That ball was absolutely ripped. 111 off the bat, and I'm pretty sure it started to whistle on the ground right side. Throws to first in time. So up next, Jacob Young.
Ball outside.
2 outs and a runner at third here in game 1 of this 3-game set.
Well, I know they've gotten out to an early lead, but you don't want to take these opportunities for granted. With 2 outs, still lock in with a quality at bat, drive in that run. You may not have another runner in scoring position the rest of this ball game.
Sweeper. Low middle.
Close, but call the ball. 3-1.
Back-to-back breaking pitches away, you get the feeling as a hitter that the pitcher's afraid of you, that he doesn't want to check.
Can't glove it cleanly, gets off a throw, and he's out. But 1 run does score on the error, and that'll do it for the inning. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. Back here at Lone Depot Park. And on the mound for Washington in this one, Jake Irvin. And Chris, he's hoping for some better fortune moving forward.
Well, I'm looking to see if he can increase the amount of swings and misses and perhaps get more strikeouts, because hitters are batting over 300 against him, and that means guys are getting the barrel to the ball. Exit velocity's got to be pretty good when you have that kind of batting average, so he's going to have to find a way to do something different in this one.
The 2-1. Fastball is outside. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Looked like a questionable call in that spot. He even seemed a little surprised it went his way at the plate. But as a hitter, you'll take that all day.
Next to hit, Kyle Stowers. High fly ball, right field. Weimer on the move. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. 1 pitch and 1 out. 1 out man at first. And now the center fielder, Heriberto Hernandez. Good defender. He's been inconsistent offensively. That one is absolutely belted. Way back there, it's got a chance. And it bangs off the top of the wall. Coming home, the relay throw. He beats it safe. And they trail by 1.
Well, back within 1 as he brings home the run. Just missed out on a home run right there, but he certainly hit it hard enough. Just didn't have the right launch angle to carry it over the wall, but still an excellent swing of the bat.
Agustin Ramirez swings through it for strike 1. A little out front there as he swings through it.
Well, you can't expect to get a great pitch to hit with an open base and a runner on second. He's going to have to really tighten up his sights here. Make sure that he can barrel up the ball.
Here's a 1-2.
If you're going to be a championship type of ball club, you've got to hit with runners in scoring position. And after last night's struggles, I'm sure this team is chomping at the bit to have this kind of opportunity here early in this game.
In the air, right field. Weimer takes it in for the out. 2 down. And at the plate for Miami, Connor Norby. That one fouled off. And Chris, his home run numbers this season are good enough to rank him in the top 10 in the league. Hernandez at second with 2 down. In the air to left center. Young on the move to the gap. He's got it. And that will end the inning. Marlins get a run on the RBI double. And this is now back here in Miami. Second inning set to go. Drew Millis digging in for the Nationals. Going on.
Sinker. Low inside.
Foul ball there. Singy wasn't very sharp in the first. Got hit around a little bit. Just wasn't able to locate particularly well. A lot of stuff in the fat part of the plate.
Yeah, Boog, he wasn't fooling anyone. It's a tough place to be because it's not always obvious what adjustments need to be made. Sometimes it's location. Sometimes it's being too predictable. Sometimes you're tipping your pitches. He's going to need to figure it out quickly, though.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Sweeper. Middle inside.
Way inside, gets out of the way.
Middle outside.
That one misses.
Nope, that's ball four. Runner, take your base.
Oh, a great back and forth in that at bat. He had to play off some really close pitches, and somehow Boog, he found a way to keep the bat on his shoulder right there. I'll tell you right now, I couldn't have done it.
Sinker. Low middle.
Ball, that's down.
Boog, one of our favorites.
Sinker.
Jerry Hillsdale umpiring behind home plate in this one. Pretty much by the book with his strike zone.
And because he's so by the book, you'll sometimes see pitchers questioning him. They'll make a good pitch on the edge of the zone, want the strike, and not get the call. But most of the time, Jerry gets it right. He's a good one.
Sweeper. Middle inside.
Joey Wiemer digging in for the Nationals.
Hey, ha!
Sinker. Low inside. Sweeper. Middle outside.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Sweeper. Low outside.
Off the catcher and rolls away. No advance, though. So the Nats lineup turns over. Here's CJ. Abrams now. A new pitcher in the game, John King. He's pitching on 2 days rest. Breaking ball and it kicks away off his mitt.
Sinker. Low inside.
Ripped to short. To first, but it pulls him off the bag. So 2 outs with runners on the corners. James Wood, the next to hit. Runners out first and third, 2 away here at the top of the second.
Circle change. Low middle.
That's a ball.
Sinker. Low inside.
Ground ball up the middle. Base hit and a run comes in. Throw in holds that trail runner at third base. They're at the corners with 2 away.
Comes through with the RBI. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch. Just shot it through the infield.
Garcia in the box, lays off for ball 1. In the dirt, kicks away from the catcher. Runners hold. Count moves to 2-0. Chris, he's their team leader when it comes to RBIs.
Sinker. Low middle.
Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. Lopez. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. But the RBI single pushes across a run. Now to the bottom of the second. This is Marlins baseball on the show, Florida. We head to the bottom of the second, and now for the Marlins, Otto Lopez. That one out to right. Wiemer coming on. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. 1 pitch and 1 out. Christopher Morel, the next up for the Marlins.
Too much swing and miss in his at-bats recently, averaging 2 whiffs per game in his last 10.
Morel, a strong-armed right fielder, hitting 7th in today's lineup. He joined the team as a free agent. Comes up empty.
ball.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire strike zone.
That one misses, and it's 3-2. Up the middle. On the run, sends it over to first. It's there, and that's a great play. 2 outs, base is empty. Stepping in, Liam Hicks.
Here, what?
Gets him to chase after that one.
He finds himself in a tough situation early. Just got to try to simplify it. Take a knock the other way if you can.
Swing and a miss. Had him way out front of the slur. Back here at the ballpark, coming off a series where they were red hot at the plate, and a look at the numbers. Lyle takes a ball as he stands in for the second time.
Low middle.
Is just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
Right through there for a strike.
Low inside.
Pitch misses, and the count is filled up.
4-seam fastball. High inside.
Oof. That one went straight back and got our ump right in the mask. Let's hope he's okay. That one misses.
That's low.
So a leadoff
Take your
walk.
base.
Pretty good pitch on 3-2, right around the knees, but just no help from the umpire.
House in the box now. No balls and a strike.
Low middle.
On the ground to the left.
Ball.
And foul ball.
Low inside.
The 0-2. Fights it off. He'll see another.
Slider. Low inside.
The 0-2. Now it's off his glove as the slider gets away from him. And the runner holds. Lyle aboard here at first with nobody out.
Ball.
Not in time. He's safe.
Boog, we're seeing some shakiness from the defense here in this inning. First an error and now a passed ball. They really need to clean it up and start taking care of the baseball.
Hicks steps on the bag and one away in the top of the 3rd.
That's a good piece of hitting right there. It's early, but you still want to move the runner up and give your team a chance to score. That's it.
Oh, now this one gets away at the plate. But no advance. That's ball 1.
Sinker.
One away with a runner at 3rd. We're here in the top half of inning number 3.
Curveball. Low inside.
Up the middle. That's a base hit. Run scores. And now up for Washington, Drew Millis. He walked and came around to score his first time up. That one kicks away from the catcher, and no movement on the bases. It's ball 1.
Sinker. Low middle.
The lefty, the 1-0.
Sinker. Low outside.
Runner on the go. So a foul ball makes it 1. Line drive to short and caught.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Chaparro stands in here, takes ball 1 low.
Change. Low middle. Circle change. Low middle.
Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
Sinker.
1 run across in the frame so far. You're in game 1 of this 3-game set. Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit into right field. They stop the lead runner at 2nd. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
Circle change.
Here comes the manager out of the Andrew Nardi comes on now.
Not having a lot of success against right-handed hitters. They've been hitting them around, so this next matchup might be tough for him.
Circle change. Low outside.
Up the middle, a sliding stop it short, and they get the out. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. Javier Sanoja getting ready to hit.
And this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Oh, great stop. Over to first. And very nicely done for the out.
The batter, number 9.
Back to the top of the Miami order. Xavier Edwards digs in now. Nobody on the team has more stolen bases than he does this season, Chris. He swings and fouls one off.
Ball.
Inside, almost got him. Hit hard, base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away. And up next for Miami, Kyle Stowers.
This guy's been red hot at the plate coming in, Boog. Hasn't gotten it done yet today, but plenty of ABs left in this one. That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
Sliced hard but foul. That's outside. And the count is even 2-2. Runner on the go. Pitch misses. Safe at second, and that was not close.
Well, we all know this team is struggling right now, and sometimes you just got to do something different to generate some offense. A little more aggressive right there to put the pressure on the opponent. We'll see if it pays off on the scoreboard for this team.
And he walked him.
Well, he took his chance at getting him to chase right there, but with first base open, walk not a bad thing. He set up a double play opportunity if he can induce a ground ball.
First and second, 1 out. Heriberto Hernandez, the next up for the Marlins.
And that's a pitch early in this game. He needs called for a strike. Struggling with command issues. He's got to get a little help from the umpire.
That one misses. That's 5 straight.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
2 on, 1 out. That's a base hit. Headed for the plate. The throw in. Safe at the plate, and the run scores all the way from second. It's 4-2.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. Here's the catcher to hit. Agustin Ramirez. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Off the glove as he slams into the wall. Here comes the runner. The relay. He'll score easily. It's 4-3.
Well, that's a big swing of the bat, driving in the run with the 2-bagger. First pitch fastball in a great spot to do some damage, and he squared it up nicely.
So 2 in scoring position with 1 out. Connor Norby will hit next. This one in the air center field. Brings it in. Runner tagging from third. Runner from third in to score. It's 4-4.
Well, we got ourselves a new ball game. Nice job right there at the plate. Sacrifice fly, and he gets in the tying run.
So the sac fly ties the game. Otto Lopez, the next up for the Marlins.
And Boog, I'd say he's due.
Out towards right center field. Weimer coming on. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. Back here at Lone Depot Park. Start of the 4th.
Well, they just scored some runs in that last frame, and now they have to make sure they don't cough them up on defense right away. No better time than right now to have a 1-2-3 inning.
Slider, low outside.
Tied at 4.
Slider, low outside.
That's a ball.
Four-seam fastball, high outside.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again.
Four-seam fastball, high inside.
2-2 now. And that one is lifted in the air. Hernandez on his way over. And there's one down. James Wood at the plate. Last year gained some attention. He was intentionally walked in a game June 29th. 4 times. Only the 3rd player this century to be intentionally walked 4 times in a single game, joining Manny Ramirez and Barry Bonds. Got him. 2 away now.
Well, take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
High outside.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2.
Four-seam fastball, high inside.
2 down, nobody on. Cut on and miss, struck him out. That's the 3rd out. Nothing doing for Washington. This game's all tied at 4. Bottom of the inning, and now for the Marlins, Christopher Morel.
Number 5, Christopher Morel.
You know, these Marlins showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. Pitch count is pretty high, and they've plated 4 runs already, so I think it's safe to say their game plan is working out pretty well right now. So they forced the starter to put in a lot of work, and they've been able to get to him for some runs, and hopefully that bullpen phone is working today.
Way out front for strike 2. That one way inside.
Well, he hasn't quite settled in out there. 4 runs in 3 innings. He's going to have some quick 1-2-3 innings to pitch deep into this ball game.
It's a leadoff walk, and that's the go-ahead run. Now it's going to be Liam Hicks. He was a strikeout victim his first time. And he grounds one to the right side. To second, Abrams. And 2. What a play. Now here is Javier Sanoja. He's 0 for 1.
Number 8, Javier Sanoja.
And first offering is fouled off. Lifted in the air, right center field. Weimer coming on. Long run, tracks it down. And that's the 3rd. We go to the top of the 5th. Now it's the Nationals cleanup hitter, Dalen Lyle. That one's upstairs, ball 1.
Well, these Nats really impressing me with the quality of their at-bats in this one. It's been fun getting a chance to see them go to work. It looked to me like they really wanted to get to the starter early, get him out of the game before he settles in. So I'd say mission accomplished.
Low inside.
Ground ball, left side.
Foul ball.
And that's just foul.
Fastball, high outside.
Tied at 4.
Nope, ball.
Four-seam fastball, middle inside.
And that one fouled off.
Slider, low inside.
The 1-2.
Slider, middle inside.
Swing and a line drive ripped out into left center field. That'll touch down for a hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Up next for the Nationals,
Jacob Young now at the plate. Line drive, and that's got extra bases written all over it. Lead runner around second. House around third. He will score, and the Nats take the lead. He's in there.
Mission accomplished there as he picks up the RBI to give him the lead. Challenged him with the fastball right in the heart of the zone, and he was clearly ready to jump all over it.
Millis in the box as he fouls off the first pitch.
Low middle.
And this one gets away and can't squeeze it. Runner stays put at third.
Slider. Middle outside.
And he swings through that one.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Outside, ball.
Just off the outside edge. Ball 2.
Middle outside.
Got him looking for the K. Went back to the changeup, and it was successful. Andres Chaparro getting ready to hit. 1 for 2.
That's a ball. Low.
4-seam fastball. Middle outside. Circle change. Low outside.
Ball to strike. The pitch comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Circle change. Low outside.
Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Inning over, and it could have been worse. Nationals get a run courtesy of the RBI triple. Back here in Miami, Xavier Edwards. One of the best bats in the league this season, Siggy.
Yeah, line drives, gap to gap. He's doing it all, Boog. And those extra base hits are just piling up.
This one in the air center field. And there's one down. Now at the plate, Kyle Stowers.
He was absolutely on fire coming in, but hitless so far today, Boog. Let's see if the bat remembers it's supposed to be hot.
Here comes the 0-1. Yeah, that's fouled off. Home team down a run. Last half of inning number 5.
O2 fastball way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him up. Got to stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
On the ground to third. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. The throw is late, and they can't get the out.
For the Marlins.
One gone, runner at first. Heriberto Hernandez digs in now.
Good swing out of him last time. Ripped a liner in the center.
Well struck left field. And that one hops the wall. Runner around third. The relay to the plate, and he's out.
A lot of real estate to cover on that play defensively. A long throw to the cutoff man, and then a lot of ground to make up as well on the relay. But an excellent job of execution and getting that out at the dish as he tried to make it home all the way from first base.
Man on second, 2 down. In the air to left center. Young in position. And that is the third out of the inning. Back here in a close one, and a look now at some of the biggest plays from the game. Joey Weimer. Taking in for the Nationals.
4-seam fastball. High middle.
And there's a foul ball.
4-seam fastball. High outside.
This one drilled right center field. That one heading for the fence and gone. Third home run of the season.
Slider.
Back to the. Now the Marlins manager. Jansen Junk takes over on the mound.
Well, he's been hit pretty hard at times this season, as you see with the big ERA. So this is an important outing for him to get on the right track.
And first offering is fouled off.
Four-seam fastball. Low outside.
Foul ball.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Stays alive.
Overhand curve. Low outside. Sweet.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in, and we're at the top half of the sixth. Right side, hard hit. Hicks takes it himself. Now one gone in the top of the sixth.
Slider.
Here's the left fielder, James Wood. Line drive, and that's a fair ball. Around first and hustling for second. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Ball.
Now the tag at third, and they got him.
Four-seam fastball. Low outside.
2 down, nobody on. Late swing, foul to the left.
Four-seam fastball. Low outside.
Ripped on a line. And that is that. But the Nationals get one back on the solo homer to the bottom of the 6th inning. This is Marlins baseball on the Show, Florida. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Griff McGarry.
And this is an important part of this game. Tight score and still a lot of outs to get. So they're looking for a big outing out of them right here to get some critical outs.
The Nationals have some action going in the pen. P.J. Poulin, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Varland also getting ready.
That's a really good job of laying off the 0-2 high fastball. Is going to make that pitcher really have to respect this hitter, even though he's behind in the count.
Close one, doesn't get the call. And that's ball 2. Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. And on further review, it was a strike. Still 2 challenges left for them. One down. Otto Lopez will hit next.
Otto Lopez.
Ball, that's in.
That one is cut on and missed. Looked like a changeup.
Really good changeup.
Sliced hard but foul.
He's mixing his pitches really well. Late on that fastball after seeing the changeup. See if he can elevate one. I think if he does, he'll get the swing and miss.
Ball. Almost got him. And it remains 2-2. The Nats up by 2 here in the bottom of the 6th. On the ground. Dives and he can't hang on. And that's an infield single despite a great effort at shortstop. Now it's the right fielder, Christopher Morel. He was late there, strike 1.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. You could find a way to manufacture that run from first. It feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame.
Chris, he's been one of the most powerful hitters in baseball this year. His home run numbers are good enough to put him top 5 in the league. McGarry checks over to first, and he's back. The 1-1.
You don't want to get beat by a fastball in, and he spits on that one.
On the ground to first. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly, and it's in time. It wasn't the smoothest play you'll see today, but they still get the out. Liam Hicks, the next up for the
Great velocity at 97 at the top of the zone.
The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike. Runner at second, 2 down. And a count 1-2.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
And now it's 1-2. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. Back here at Lone Depot Park, they put themselves out in front with a nice display at the plate. Take a look at the spray chart for where their hits have landed.
Yeah, it looks like they've been spreading it out pretty well in this one, Boog. Spraying the ball all over the yard. Good team effort at the dish.
Circle change. Low outside.
Next offering is fouled back.
Sweeper. Middle inside. Sweeper. Middle inside.
Line drive, base hit right field. And a good start to the inning.
Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
Runner takes off, pitching for a strike. Throw to second, he's safe.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
Man at second. In the air, left side. Stowers turns to the right on the move. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And there's one away. And he makes it up to third with one away. So because of the injury, a replacement needed at third. Coming in to run for the Nats, Nasim Nunez. Young at the plate now, and that's strike one.
Don't be surprised to ball on the ground to the corners if they come home with the base.
Right side. Hicks takes it to the bag, 2 away.
Good fade and sinking action of that changeup. Got that hitter to roll over.
Next to hit for the Nats, Drew Millis. That clips the zone. Strike one.
Four-seam fastball. Low outside.
Fastball for a strike.
And a bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
Low inside.
Swing and a ball popped in the air. Can't get there, and that should bring in the run. In to score from third. And they take a 3-run lead to second, but he beats the throw. Safe. So runner at second, 2 down. Andres Chaparro digging in for the Nationals. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Ground ball right side. It squirts through. Doesn't stop. Heads for home. Here comes the throw. Catcher can hang on. And it's 8-4.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
Four-seam fastball. High inside.